Thank you for watching this Last Mile Profits video.
If you want more joy in your parcel life, take a look at this video. Find out more.
Last Mile Profits is brought to you by Parcel Pending by Quadient.
Gary, you look a bit somber, so let's talk about joy today. How about
I
that?
love Joy. Joy is practically my middle name. I'm famous for it.
Well, actually, this is a special kind of joy because there is, as you are no doubt aware, a company now in Europe called Joyexpress, and you have the privilege of being able to, well, no, it's not buy joy, but it's Joybuy, which is almost the same. So have you read up a bit on this, or shall I give you the background?
I wouldn't mind a bit of background. I'm not a deep expert on this. I've seen some of the announcement stuff on LinkedIn and so on, and I did meet the head of out of home for Joyexpress in the UK at the MetaPack event back in February. But no, I wouldn't say my expertise is deep in this.
So look, let me give you and our dear viewers a bit of context. And my good friend Vasil Isaac, if I've missed something or got it wrong, let me know because you're the expert. So background is this. You know that they've bought Saturn and MediaMarkt and they're really looking at Europe. And they're planning to offer the sort of services that they have available in mainland China.
Right.
And, you know, it goes from the normal deliveries to express deliveries. And are you ready for this? Frozen stuff.
So is this frozen in lockers or frozen in a shop, or I'm confused?
Well, I understand, thank God, it's not in lockers because we both hate refrigerated lockers because they're expensive. My understanding is you can pick up in selected stores. But again, if I've understood it correctly, and I don't want to harp too long on the frozen bit because I really, really cannot see that working. This could be my famous last words, but I really don't see it working because I absolutely hate chill chain. It's a nightmare for any carrier to do well. But my understanding, Gary, is you go to your local Chinese, maybe shop, and you can pick up your frozen items. The key thing that worries me is if I've understood correctly, and please someone from Joyexpress let me know if I've got it wrong, is that they actually have to deliver it to the given store. So they've got to, manage chill.
So that's so we're absolutely clear then. This is stuff that isn't already in the shop. So you've ordered it online and they're going to take a frozen object through a cold chain supply, an expensive refrigerated supply chain to a store. So you go and pick it up. Now, look, we both love a bit of innovation, right? There's nothing gets us more excited than doing one of those videos when we've read about something cool and we haven't thought of it. But you have to ask yourself why. I just don't get the CO2 involved in moving this frozen object from one place to another for a bag of prawns or frozen peas or whatever it is, just doesn't seem worthwhile to me.
Inshallah. And Gary, anything goes wrong in the process, the chill chain's not completely there, 101 potential risks, health hazards and so on. So it is a nightmare. I agree with you. Now, maybe I've got it wrong. And please, somebody from Joyexpress, if I have, let us know. Because the logical and the much easier thing would be to have a set of retailers that actually have items on stock and you have access, availability and visibility of that stock. So maybe leave it for now until we hear anything to the contrary. But I think this is a bit dangerous, Gary, because we seem to be agreeing a little bit too much.
I mean, I've got horrible flashbacks now. Way back in my career, many, many years ago, I was talking to an ops director at one of the carriers and they'd had an Arctic hit traffic on the way down from Scotland. And it had arrived at the hub after the cross-dock shift had gone home. So this trailer backed up onto the dock, had the back door open, and the guys there was nobody there to unload it. The driver, in his classic British way, walked round to his car and drove home. And when they came back in on Monday, there was 21 tons of Scottish salmon had sat in an open trailer on the dock over the whole weekend. Now, he wasn't sure how long it took to get the smell out of the warehouse, but he was measuring it in weeks and months rather than minutes and hours. So, as you say, the potential for mess up here is immense.
The reason I hate this so much is in my Amazon days, I was part of the team that was looking at something called Amazon Fresh, which for those who are not initiated, it's their delivery of not pantry or grocery foods, but the fresh food, the refrigerated and frozen stuff. And the time, Gary, we spent working out, permutations and combinations, how you could make it work. We went from dry ice to heat exchange pumps. No. We're not even going to go there. So let's just talk a little bit about other elements of this, because we spent probably three quarters of our call talking about how much we hate the idea of frozen items. But in principle, the idea is good. My only question, Gary, is how are they going to pull it off themselves? They're going to need to do this in partnership.
Well, they're going to have to do it quickly to scale as well, I would imagine, because you need a full van all the time. You need a full truck. You need loads of people doing loads of this all the time for this to work. Otherwise, it's just not going to be effective, is it? That's what concerns me. And it takes a long time to build up these networks. Now, if we were talking about JD.com bringing in Chinese products, taking hold of that supply chain themselves, maybe skipping the UK carrier networks and going straight out to a locker network of their own, I could buy that all day long, because you've got a ready-made flow of hundreds of millions of items that you could potentially populate a network with overnight. But building something up new, or are you telling me these prawns are coming from China? Please, for the love of God, don't tell me the prawns are coming from China.
Gary, we've killed the prawns now. They've gone.
All right, fine. Okay, we're moving on.
And I think probably a lot of the volume will be generated either from within the businesses they've already acquired in Europe or other business that they'd seek to deliver. So I think I'm less worried about the volumes. I'm more worried about the infrastructure to make this work overnight. They're going to have to, Amazon Logistics didn't start from day one. Amazon Logistics was a slow process using the carriers that we'd used forever. And then one by one, unfortunately, cherry picking, as one does, good locations to set up depots.
Yes, and it worked. But I remember it was over a period of time that Amazon were buying up depots and buying up sites and gradually moving product into their own supply chain or their own delivery network. And you're right, it wasn't overnight. But I don't know, maybe we just don't think big enough. Maybe there is a way that, JD have got a massive warehouse in the Midlands in the UK. It's absolutely vast. Have they been quietly in the background putting the jigsaw pieces, the Lego set together, and then the final element is this final mile bit, and they've been almost ready for a long time? Don't know.
Well, look, Gary, let's see. Maybe somebody from JD.com is looking at this vid and would like to enlighten us, because we could have missed something. But if we haven't, those are our views. We'd love to hear the views of our audience. And as usual, if you've liked the video, please click like and subscribe. It helps to keep these videos free for you. Gary.
Well, let's see if there's something fishy going on.
Gary, I was looking at the subscriptions and realized that a huge number of our audience actually don't subscribe to watch our videos.
Really? That's outrageous. It's a bit like watching the BBC without your TV license. How can we keep it free if people aren't subscribing and letting us know they want more of this content? It's ridiculous.
And on top of that, if they're not subscribed, they don't get information about the latest hot episode where you can make one of your witty jokes and we can talk about something that is really important for our industry.
If I knew that a single act like that would make sure I got maximum time taking the mickey out of you, I'd be hitting subscribe in a heartbeat.
Well, look, so here we have it. Please, everyone, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your opportunity. Click right now. The button should be there, or maybe there. Do it now and have it done.